Hey, here in Sparks, Maryland with this guy Michael Holliday I just met this past week, yeah, with metal detector in hand. We were kind of converging in this my neighbor's front yard, which was a mutual friend, and we just spontaneously went hunting together, and now we're here this Saturday checking out his sister's farm area, and I found something I've never found before. Well, there's some bones there, and then I picked up like a signal in the 50s, 60s, and ended up being an arrow tip. So I think it tells a tale of some poor deer getting shot, and the arrow stayed in. Although it looked like it's been cut off. It's only, about half of it. The tip was definitely in there. Picked up an old, looks like either a belt buckle or maybe a horse tack or a dog collar leash buckle, something. So that other spot is kind of a bust. The owner of the fishing place didn't really want us messing with his front yard, but so one of the guys that worked there was talking about Sparks Park, and so I found it, and this must be maybe the school. He was saying that there was an abandoned school. So Sparks Park, it looks pretty deserted. There's some baseball fields down there past my car down below. That's where he suggested parking if we didn't want anyone to know that we're here. And I want to detect in this spot right here. I'm sure it'll be filled with rusty nails and things from the fire or whatever happened to that, but the ground's frozen. There's my gear right there. So let's take a look around. This looks awesome. Obviously, it's like a hazard, and they've gated it off, not allowing anyone to, teenagers to go in there. I saw some graffiti. Oh, it's cool looking. See what it looks like from the front. It's nice. The stone structure is still there. We'll go around to the front. Breaking news. A historic school that has served as the heart of the rural Baltimore County community of Sparks for 85 years was destroyed by fire yesterday, leaving behind charred stone walls and the childhood memories of many generations. Sparks Elementary School, second oldest in Baltimore County, and the original home of the nation's first agricultural high school, made room for a church, a community association, troops of Brownies and Girl Scouts, and neighborhood sports teams. The school was built in 1909 with additions in 1927, 1936, and was last renovated in 1971 and scheduled for complete modernization in 2001, said Faith Herman, Executive Director of School Facilities. Only Randallstown Elementary, built in 1908, is older, she said. From its smoldering ruins, firefighters carried a tank of tropical fish kept by current pupils and a plaque honoring Sparks students who had served in World War I. Although remnants of the stone foundation and outer face of the building still remain, the once historic stone building was clearly unsuitable to be used again for its original purpose. Those were the headlines on January 9th, 1995. Sparks is an unincorporated community that is located in Baltimore County, Maryland. It is situated approximately 20 miles north of Baltimore, Maryland, and is considered to be a suburb of the city of Baltimore. The Gunpowder River runs through Sparks. In 1835, the Baltimore and Susquehanna Railroad constructed a track through Baltimore County, which included a siding and switch near a large tract of land owned by the Sparks family. Railroad officials gave the name Sparks to the switch, and soon area residents began to refer to the location as Sparks Switch. Abraham Lincoln's body was carried through Sparks on the Baltimore and Susquehanna Railroad from Washington, D.C., on its way to its burial in Illinois following his assassination in 1865. Beginning in 1889, a combination of passenger and freight station was operated by the Northern Central Railway, NCR, along the right-of-way and line that had previously been known as the Baltimore and Susquehanna Railroad. A passenger and freight stop along the North Central Railroad was named Sparks Station. Railroad operations through Sparks ceased in 1972 as a direct result of major damage in the tracks and rail bed that occurred during flooding that followed Hurricane Agnes. The section along York Road that is today known as Sparks was previously named Philopolis. The name Philopolis is from the Greek and means Love Town. Today, a subdivision of Sparks is named Lovetown Farms. The original town of Sparks, as distinguished from Philopolis, was merely a cluster of homes and farms 1 mile to the east along the NCR tracks and Sparks Road. Philopolis was the site of the Milton Academy, a well-known private day and boarding school for boys. Of note is the fact that one of the school's students was John Wilkes Booth. The Milton Academy stands today along York Road in Sparks and serves as one of the finest restaurants in the region, an establishment that is known as the Milton Inn. Wallace Warfield Simpson, better known as the Duchess of Windsor, and the Princess of Jordan graduated from the nearby Oldfield School, a private boarding school for young women. So here's the finds from Sparks, that one area off of Stoddard Court, kind of near the fish tackle place. I wasn't able to really explore as much as I wanted to the front yard because the owner wasn't interested, and I guess they do their fly fishing like seminars on that grassy area, and he didn't want any holes or anything or any damage. But one thing was interesting that was really pretty exciting to find was this old cap gun. And at first we thought it might be real, just with some of the inlay and decoration on there. But once we saw that seam, that's pretty evident that it was a child's toy. And also the fact that it's, got those hollow chambers, and the fact that this doesn't spin. It says Texan Jr. That's another giveaway. But still fun. It's my first of anything like this. That's what's so much fun about the metal detecting right now, is that everything is a first. Like I loved finding this horseshoe. Even something as simple as this mason jar lid with the porcelain inlay in there. That's like a brand new thing to me. That's I haven't found that before. This old wrench, my friend Michael Holliday found detecting when we were out there. He didn't want it, so he gave it to me. And yeah, so that's it for. But there's plenty of other places in Sparks that I plan to check out. There's that old crossbow bolt. Anyway, thanks. As always, thank you for watching, and remember what Captain Ringpool and Rusty say, please like, comment, and subscribe. Kirk out.